Hi there guys, it's the Disappointing Weeb here, and today we're going to be unboxing and reviewing the Neon Genesis Evangelion Asuka Shikinami Langley Ichibasho prize figure from Neon Genesis Evangelion 3.0 plus 1.0 Thrice Upon a Time. Now, this figure has only just come out in the West, and I managed to get mine from Dekai Anime. They also sent this nice little art print, which I have to stick back here. Very reasonably priced. Very quick to come out, especially during this time of pandemic. One of the nice things about Dekai Anime is that they have a loyalty scheme, so that when you've bought something before, you can gain points from that and spend those points on getting a discount on your next figure. And that's what I did with this figure here. So, taking a look at the box, we can see that we've got a nice full image of Asuka shown on the front. We've got a really nice, this is actually my favourite side of the box, dynamic image of the figure here. On the back we have this nice white space, and we have another image of the figure and some, I guess some kind of like, I think that might be a sticker label that's got some kind of health and safety things for it being in the EU. And then on this side we've got some choice shots, I guess we could call it, of the figure. Which I guess the manufacturer wants to point out to you. So that's the box. Now we'll open it up and have a look at the figure. Let's put the box to the side. So with a lot of prize figures, they tend to come in these kind of plastic sleeves. Prize figures are a very inexpensive way of collecting figures. The majority of the figures that I own are prize figures. I think I only own one scale figure, the rest are all sort of Nendroids. So, in the plastic bag, we have the figure fully constructed, which is quite rare for prize figures. Normally mine I either have to stick the head on or stick the torso to the legs, and a clear base. So let's take these out. Okay, so we got the figure on the stand. A little bit tough to get on, not too bad, not the worst I've known. I always feel very scared when I'm kind of forcing the pegs into the feet, but this one feels quite solid, so I wasn't too worried about it. My initial thoughts on this figure is that for a prize figure, it looks absolutely fantastic. We have the entire body done in this kind of nice shiny gloss effect. So I thought we'd now have a look at some of the imperfections in closer detail. With prize figures, you're always going to find that there are some imperfections. You're paying, you know, £30 for something that as a scale figure would probably cost 10 times that much. One of the first things I look at when I'm looking at a prize figure is the face, and as long as the face is alright, then I'm pretty much okay with small imperfections elsewhere. Luckily for us, on this figure, Asuka's face is flawless. There's no paint smudges, and the mouth has been done perfectly. Normally the mouth is a place where you might see kind of pink paint draining away from the mouth and where it should be. Looking at other areas, you can see here on the bust there's a bit of paint bleeding that where the orange and the red go outside of the areas they should be in. Lower down on the leg you can see there is a patch where the black paint hasn't covered the red, and there's a small red patch there. On the back you can see on the legs there's a couple of black dots, which is kind of imperfection marks as well. On the hair there's also a small amount of orange bleed into a red area, but once this figure is on display, unless you're looking at it with a magnifying glass like I pretty much am here, none of these imperfections will be that noticeable. And especially for the price we're paying, we really can't be that picky with these kinds of figures. So the hair has got some really nice attention to it. The hair has got, it's not just one solid colour, there are lighter parts and darker parts. As you can see kind of up here, there's a lighter part in the hair, then below it gets darker. The really impressive thing about this, I think, probably is the plug suit. The plug suit looks really nice, and seeing the plug suit in a kind of gloss texture against the more matte hair and face really makes it pop, which is really nice to see too. There's been some really nice detail added in to areas which maybe aren't as obvious as well. We can see that here on the feet, even though these are going to be invisible most of the time, there's been some nice paint applications placed there. Overall, I'd say this is just a really nice figure. One of the things I will do now is I'll do a size comparison, just so you can see how big this figure is. It's actually quite big. If I place this here, that is a normal sized Nendroid that you can see next to the figure there. This is the Nezuko Nendroid. There's a review for that on my channel that you're very welcome to go look at after this video. I've also got here a high-grade Gundam, just so you can see the size against that. You can see actually, this is a really big prize figure, really nice size. The figure measures in at about 24 centimeters, so for a prize figure that's quite a big one. You tend to find prize figures normally on the large size go up to about 22. This one is at 24. Along with this figure there's also a very nice Rei figure and Mori figure that all look absolutely fantastic together. From the reviews of people that have bought all three, this seems to be the favourite, but I think that they would look really nice as a set. I probably won't buy the other two just because around kind of the high £30 mark it could get quite expensive, so I'm just going to stick with this one. But I would say this is a really happy purchase. I'm glad that I bought this, and I definitely recommend you to pick one up as well. As I said before, I bought mine from Dekai Anime, and I definitely recommend you getting yours from there as well. The service was fantastic, it was packaged really well, and it came very speedily. So I now have the figure, but I'm yet to see the Evangelion 3.0 plus 1.0 Thrice Upon a Time film, as it's still not out yet, but hopefully that will be released at some point this year. And when it is released, hopefully I'll be able to share my thoughts with you about that film too. But until then, please comment, rate and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye guys.